Jai Hind, dear students of class 12th. Today I am revising the chapter 2, book 1, the world population, distribution, density and growth. We all know that people of any country are really the wealth of that country. Simply said, people of a country are its real wealth. It is they who make use of country's resources and decide its policies. Who are the creator of resources? Nature has given us endowments. We people are the responsible for making resources. We are using our knowledge, technology, and skill to convert natural endowment into useful article that is called a resource. Ultimately, a country is known by its people. You can take the example of Japan. Japan is for one example from Asia, only one country which is called as developed because of its people who are very highly skilled. It is important to know that how many people, how many men, and how many women a country has, how many children are born each year, how many people die, and how. Whether they live in cities or villages, can they read or write, and that work to do. These are what we will study about in this unit. The world at the beginning of 21st century recorded the presence of over 6 billion population. Now it is near about 7 billion. We shall discuss the patterns of their distribution and density here. One question is here I am discussing with you. Why do people prefer to live in certain regions, not in others? People live in People want to live in those areas which are fertile, having fertile soil, availability of fresh water, flat land, etc., rather than the desert or high mountainous region. The population of the world is unevenly distributed. Recall, it is a one mark question. The remark of George B. Cressy about the population of Asia, that Asia has many places where people are few and few places where people are very many. You can take the example of Eurasia, the Eurasian region, Siberian region, that is the part of Asia having very few population. But in South India, in India, especially in South continent of South Asia, especially India, Bangladesh, we are having more population. It is also true. Patterns of population distribution in the world. Patterns of population distribution and density help us to understand the demographic characteristics of any area. The term population distribution refers to where people are spaced over the earth's surface. What is population distribution? Simply, it refers to the way the people are spaced over the earth's surface. Broadly speaking, 90% of the world population lives in about 10% of the land area, and these areas are the river valleys. The 10 most populous countries of the world are they are contributing about 60% of the world's population. Of these 10 countries, 6 are located in Asia. Do you know which are these 10 countries? Yes, listen the name. China, India, USA, Indonesia, Brazil, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nigeria, Russian Federation, Japan. And here from you can see China, India, Indonesia, Pakistan, Bangladesh and Japan. These 6 countries are from Asia. Now we'll discuss about the density of population. Density, it is a very common word. We know that the number of persons per square kilometer area is known as density of population. Each unit of land has limited capacity to support people living on it. Hence, it is necessary to understand the ratio between the number of people and the size of land. The ratio is density of population. It is usually calculated or measured persons per square kilometer. So, how density of population equal to total population divided by total area? For example, a area or a region X is square 100 square kilometer area and population is 1,50,000 persons. The density will be the total population divided by total area. It means that if you are dividing 1,50,000 by 100, you will get 1,500 persons per square kilometer. What does this tell about the region X? Very simply, what look at the map given below, as it is said that this region where population density is more than 1,500 persons per square kilometer is a densely populated region. There are densely populated parts of the world with more than 200 persons on every square kilometer. As per we are talking about the world, 200%, it means population density is high. In India, we believe where people are more than 500 persons per square kilometer, that is high density of population. These are the northeastern part of USA, northeastern part of Europe, southwest of Asia and East Asia. Other areas like those near the north and south poles, which are very cold, the hot and cold deserts and rainfall, high rainfall region zone of the equator have very low density of population. These are the sparsely populated regions of the world where less than one person per square kilometer is found, like the Amazon basin. In between these two types of areas, where there is a region existing called region of medium population density. एक तरफ हाई पॉपुलेशन डेंसिटी है और दूसरी तरफ लो पॉपुलेशन डेंसिटी है. बीच वाले एरिया में जो डेंसिटी है मीडियम डेंसिटी है. इट इज between 11 to 50 persons per square kilometer in the world. Western China, southern India in Asia, but actually nowadays in South India, population is not in between 11 to 50 persons per square kilometer. It is too much. Western China, southern India in Asia, Norway, Sweden, etc. are the examples. There are certain factors which affect the distribution of population, can be grouped as geographical factors, can be called as social and cultural factors, economic factors, etc. So very first we are going to discuss about them. The factors which influence the distribution of population, number one is the geographical factors. First, availability of water. It is the most important factor for life. So people prefer to live in areas where fresh water is easily available, either through groundwater or through the surface runoff like the river or lake. Water is used for drinking, bathing, cooking, for irrigation, for cattle, for navigation. Many more uses are there. It is because of this the river valleys are amongst all the densely populated areas of the world. As I told you, 90% population of the world live only there in 10% river valleys. Second is the landform. People prefer to live in flat land, not over the gentle slope, not over the steepy slope. This is because such areas are favorable for production of crops and to build roads and industries. That is why the mountainous and hilly areas hinder the development of transport and network, hence initially do not favor agriculture and industrial development. For example, the Ganga plain are almost amongst, you can see that the most densely populated areas of the world, while the mountainous zones of Himalayas are sparsely populated. In India, India से एग्जाम्पल लो, गंगा प्लेन क्या है? डेंसली पॉपुलेटेड है, प्लेन एरिया है, सफिशिएंट फ्रेश वाटर है, एग्रीकल्चर अच्छा है, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बनाना आसान है. On the other hand, if you are looking after the Himalayan rugged terrain means उबड़ खाबड़ जमीन, वहां पे पॉपुलेशन देखिए क्या है? स्पार्सली वर्ड यूज हुआ है आपके बुक में. इट मीन्स स्पार्सली, वहां बहुत विरल जनसंख्या है, जनसंख्या का घनत्व यानी डेंसिटी बहुत कम है. थर्ड इज द क्लाइमेट. People live in those areas where climate is suitable, not so harsh. An extreme climate such as very hot or cold, like the desert condition, are uncomfortable for human habitation. Areas with a comfortable climate where there is not much seasonal variation attract more people. Areas with very heavy rainfall or extreme or harsh climate have low population. For example, Mediterranean region were inhabited from early period in the history due to the pleasant climatic condition. In this case, you can ask, the North India is having extreme climate. There is severeness of summers and extreme of winters, but people are more. It is all because there are phenomenon of seasons. For 2 or 3 months, this type of harsh climatic conditions are there, and throughout the year, crops can be grown there in the northern plain. That is why this climatic condition is favorable. Fourth is the soil. Fertile soils are important for agriculture and allied activities. Therefore, areas having loamy soil have more people living in them as compared to the desert soil. Can you name some areas in India which are thinly populated due to poor soil? Of course, Thar Desert. Next is the economic factor. First is minerals. Areas with mineral deposits attract industries. Mining and industrial activities generate employment. So skilled and semi-skilled workers move to those areas and make them densely populated like Katanga, Zambia, Copper Belt. Example जरूर याद रखना, Katanga, Zambia, Copper Belt in Africa. दूसरा कारण होता है इकोनॉमिक फैक्टर होता है अर्बनाइजेशन. Urbanization means शहरीकरण. Cities offer better employment opportunities, education, medical facilities, better means of transport and communication, good civic amenities, etc. So far, people want to settle there in city areas. It leads to rural to urban migration. In India, it is going on. The main stream of migration in India is from rural to urban. It's all because of better opportunities in urban areas. You can see the mega cities of the world continue to attract large number of migrants every year, like Mumbai in India. Third is the industrialization. Where industries are developed, there is a great scope or chance for work. And these include not just factory workers, but also transport operators, shopkeepers, bank employees, etc. to provide services to the people of the workers of the industry as well as to the industry. So far, in this way where industrialization is more, density of population is more, like Kobe Osaka region of Japan. Third factor is called social and cultural factor. Some places attract more people because they have religious and cultural significance. In the same way, people tend to move away from places where there is social or political unrest like Jammu and Kashmir. Many Hindus, especially the Kashmiri Pandit, they have migrated, they left their areas of original residence from Kashmir Valley and they are now as a refugee living in Jammu and other parts of Delhi. Many times government offer incentive to people to live in sparsely populated areas. Suppose near Delhi, some of the satellite towns have developed. Their rent is less, connectivity is good. So people, this type of advantages are there. So people found these as a incentive by the government and they settle there outside the city from main city in a satellite town and they are working in the main town. Can you think of some of the examples from your region? Of course, if you are looking after Delhi, people are living in Uttar Pradesh because of better connectivity. They are working there in Delhi. They are morning, they are going to work there and evening they are coming back to home. Now the topic is the population growth. The population growth or change refers to change in the number of inhabitants of a territory during a specific period of time. This change may be positive as well as negative. Population बढ़ भी सकता है, किसी कारण से घट भी सकता है. We have discussed in previous class that between 1911 to 1921 In India, once was a negative growth of population. It this can be this can be expressed either in terms of absolute number, total number कितना बढ़ा या total number कितना घटा, or in terms of percentage. Population change in area is an important indicator of economic development, social upliftment, historical and cultural background of this region. There are some of the basic concept of population geography I am recalling once again. Listen it carefully. Growth of population. What is growth of population? Change of population in a particular area between 2 points of time is known as growth of population. For example, if we deduct the population of India 2001 from population of 2011, then we shall get the growth of population. This much population has increased or decreased, like the growth rate of population. This is the change of population expressed in percentage. Natural growth of population. This is the population increased by difference between the birth and death. Natural growth means birth minus death. Another terminology is also there called actual growth of population. It means that birth minus death plus in migration minus out migration. मान लो 100 लोग थे, 100 लोगों में से 20 लोगों की डेथ हो गई, 80 लोग हो गए और 25 लोगों का जन्म भी हुआ तो बढ़ के 105 हो गए। लेकिन 105 जो टोटल नंबर हुआ उसमें से 50 लोग माइग्रेट होकर कहीं और चले गए, तो एक्चुअल नंबर कितना बचा? 55, 55 लोग ही बचे। तो माइग्रेशन जब ऐड होता है तो पॉपुलेशन चेंज का पता चलता है। Then there is a terminology positive growth of population. It happens when the birth rate is more than the death rate between 2 points of time. As I have positive growth in India, always we have always recorded a positive growth of population except between 1911 to 1921. Negative growth of population. It happens when population decreases between 2 points of time. It occurs when birth rate falls below the death rate or people migrate to other country. ये दो कंडीशन में हो सकता है नेगेटिव ग्रोथ, या तो बर्थ रेट कम हो जाए, डेथ रेट ज्यादा हो जाए जैसे इंडिया के केस में हुआ था, या बहुत सारे लोग माइग्रेट होकर दूसरी जगह चले जाए। Now components of population change. There are three components of population change: birth, death and migration. The crude birth rate CBR is expressed as number of live births in a year per 1,000 persons. Likewise, death rate. What is death rate? The number of deaths per 1,000 persons in a year is called as a death rate. How we are calculating it? Simply, if you have to calculate CBR, crude birth rate, BI minus P, BI upon P into 1,000. Here CBR means crude birth rate, BI means live births, P means mid-year population. And the same way we are calculating crude death rate, D upon P into 1,000. Here D means number of deaths, P means estimated mid-year population of that year. By the large mortality rates are affected by regions of demographic structure, social advancement and level of its economic development. Next topic is the migration. What is migration? The movement of people from one region to another region in search of work, either on permanent basis or temporary basis. Both are called migration. Apart from birth and death, there is another way by which population size changes. It is the region called as migration. When people move from one place to another that is called place of origin, and the place they move to is called place of destination. जहाँ से जाते हैं place of origin है, और जहाँ के लिए जाते हैं place of destination है. The place of origin shows decrease in population while place increases the place of destination. Population increases in place of destination. Migration may be interrupted as spontaneous effort to achieve the better balance between the population and resources. So migration may be permanent, temporary or seasonal. कभी कभी देखना शहर में गांव के लोग सुबह साइकिल से लेके बहुत सारे वर्कर आते हैं, शहर में काम करते हैं, शाम को वापस शहर से अपने गांव की तरफ चले जाते हैं। सीजनल माइग्रेशन नहीं है, ये क्या है? डेली माइग्रेशन है। कुछ लोग जैसे हर्डर्स विंटर में वैली में आते हैं और समर्स में हाई रीचेस या हिल्स पे चले जाते हैं, उसको बोलते हैं सीजनल माइग्रेशन। एंड सम पीपल आर डूइंग परमानेंट माइग्रेशन। पर्सन एक्स has permanently migrated to Lucknow from Varanasi. So far, do you realize that same person is both an immigrant and emigrant? दो वर्ड आता है, immigrant, 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 and emigrant, EMIGRANT, emigrant. Who are emigrant? Immigration किसको बोलते हैं? Migrants who move into a new place are called immigrants. Like people from Europe who have settled in USA are immigrant for USA. Are emigrant? Migrants who move out of a place are called emigrants. जो लोग यूरोप से अमेरिका गए उनको इमिग्रेंट बोला गया, और जो लोग यूरोप छोड़ के अमेरिका गए थे यूरोप में उनको एमिग्रेंट बोला गया। क्लियर हुआ? आगे चलिए। People migrate for a better economic, social life, and there are two sets of questions, two sets of factors that influence migration. First is the push factor. Push factors make the place of origin seem less attractive for regions like unemployment, poor living, political turmoil, unpleasant climate, natural disaster, epidemics, etc. And the pull factors make the place of destination seem more attractive than the place of origin. For regions like better job opportunities, living conditions, place, peace, stability, security, life, power, property, as well as pleasant climate, etc. So there are two sets of factors. First is push factor, जो कि ढकेलता है, गरीबी, रहन सहन का स्तर नीचा होना, पॉलिटिकल टर्मोइल, इसके लोग छोड़ के उस जगह को एक ऐसी जगह पे जाना चाहते हैं जहां उनको एम्प्लॉयमेंट मिले, बेटर लिविंग मिले, बेटर एजुकेशन मिले, उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं पुल फैक्टर्स। क्लियर इट इज? ट्रेंड्स इन पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ. द पॉपुलेशन ऑन द अर्थ is more than 6 billion. Now it is about 7 billion. It has grown in this zone over centuries. In the early period, population of the world as one figure I am reading it out, that about 10,000 BC, the total population of the world was 5 million only. Around 1927 it was 2000 million, and in 2025 it is estimated 8,000 million. It means 8 billion. You can imagine. पॉपुलेशन अब बहुत तेजी से बढ़ी है, और बढ़ने का कारण क्या है? बेटर मेडिकल फैसिलिटी, हेल्थ केयर फैसिलिटी, बेटर न्यूट्रिटिव डाइट, etc. Trends in population growth I am going to discuss. The population on the earth is more than 6 billion. Now it is about 7 billion. It has grown to the size over centuries. In the early period, population of the world grew very slowly because of epidemics, diseases, lack of nutrients, foods, etc. But it is only during the last few hundred years the population has increased at an alarming rate. खतरनाक ढंग से बढ़ा है पॉपुलेशन। अब पॉपुलेशन इतना तेजी से बढ़ा है कि रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट करना मुश्किल हो गया है। After the evolution of and introduction of agriculture about 8 to 12,000 years ago, the size of population was very small, roughly 8 million. In the middle century AD, it was below 6 billion. So there is a general variation among the regions of doubling their population. Table 2.2, one table is given here, table 2.2. We'll discuss about that. There is a great variation among regions of the doubling their time. Table 2.2 shows that developed countries are taking more time to be double their population as compared to developing countries. Most of the population growing in taking place in developing world where population is exploding. Population बढ़ोतरी को यहाँ पे विस्फोट माना जाता है. Why is this? Because of illiteracy. Illiteracy regarding the awareness. People are not aware regarding the small family norms, etc. Do you know the high growth rate is found in Yemen, Liberia, Somalia, Saudi Arabia, Oman. All these are the countries having literacy very less, and where the population growth is very low. It is a country like Latvia. In Latvia, it is minus 1.5. Estonia minus 1.1. Russia minus 0.6. In Germany, Portugal, Czech Republic, Slovakia minus 0.1 and Denmark 0. So you can see most of the European countries, they have controlled their population growth, even they are registering a negative growth. One country from Asia, that is Japan, is also registering a negative growth of population. Spatial pattern of population change. Spatial, SPATIAL. स्पेशियल माने स्थानिक रूप से पॉपुलेशन चेंज कैसे जुड़ा हुआ है. पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ इन डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड कैन बी कंपेयर्ड. द ग्रोथ ऑफ पॉपुलेशन इज लो इन डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज, एज आई हैव टोल्ड यू. मोस्ट ऑफ द यूरोपियन कंट्रीज दे हैव कंट्रोल्ड द पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ, but most of the African countries, their growth rate is very high, especially in Islamic world. Growth rate is very high. Don't make it as a narrative, but it is right. इसका एक नैरेटिव बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है कि जहां मुसलमान ज्यादा है वहां आबादी अधिक तेजी से बढ़ रही है, लेकिन एक ट्रुथ भी है, इसको मानना भी पड़ेगा. देयर इज अ नेगेटिव कोरिलेशन बिटवीन इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट एंड पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ. ऑल्दो नेगेटिव कोरिलेशन का मतलब है जहां पे इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ अच्छा है वहां पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ कम है, जहां पॉपुलेशन इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ कम है वहां पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ ज्यादा है. ऑल्दो द एनुअल रेट ऑफ पॉपुलेशन चेंज 1.4% seems to be low, it is actually not so. There is because when a small annual rate to apply to a very large population, it will lead to a large population change. इंडिया में पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ घटा तो है, लेकिन एक थोड़ा सा 1.4% भी अगर ऐड होता है तो हर साल हम लोग 2 करोड़ से ज्यादा जुट जाते हैं, एंड इट इज द टोटल पॉपुलेशन ऑफ ऑस्ट्रेलिया. So in India, each and every year we are adding the total population that is the equivalent to the total population of Australia, which is sixth largest country of the world. India is the 7th largest. Growth of population as per data 2004, 5 and 1995. I am going to just tell you one or two facts about this. In world, if it is 1.4, अगर ग्रोथ रेट की बात करें इस समय वर्ल्ड में तो 1.4 है, तो अफ्रीका में 2.6 है. इमेजिन, वर्ल्ड का है 1.4 और अफ्रीका में है 2.6. मोस्ट ऑफ द अफ्रीकन नेशंस आर मुस्लिम नेशंस. यूरोप 0 नाउ, even negative growth. North and Central America 1.1, it is balanced. South America 1.4, Asia 1.4, Oceania 1.3. तो यहाँ देखो ध्यान से, पूरे वर्ल्ड में पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ 1.4 इन जनरल है, लेकिन सबसे ज्यादा कहाँ है? अफ्रीका में. इलिटरेट है, इलिटरेसी की वजह से उनको फैमिली प्लानिंग मेजर्स के बारे में ज्ञान नहीं है. अधिक से अधिक बच्चे जन्म देते हैं तो कॉम्पनसेट टू रेट, they don't believe that their children, what they are giving the birth, will survive or not. Besides that, the religious beliefs are also there. Some of the religions, they are especially misguiding people that you have not to adopt family planning measures because all the children are the God gifted, we must accept it. Because of this type of situation is there. Impact of population change. पॉपुलेशन चेंज होने का क्या इंपैक्ट होता है? और स्मॉल इंक्रीज इन पॉपुलेशन इज डिजायरेबल इन अ ग्रोइंग इकोनॉमी. हाउएवर, पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ beyond a certain level leads to problem. It is right. up to a mark, total number of population or the total quantity of people is important, but after that it become curse. इंडिया में अगर आबादी 50 करोड़ तक होती, इट इज गुड, लेकिन हम लोग हैं 140 करोड़, तो अब क्या हो गए, श्राप बन गए. Up to a mark it is good, but after that it becomes curse. Of these, the depletion of resources is the most serious. क्वेश्चन आता है एग्जाम में, ध्यान से सुनो. What is the main outcome of fast growing population? Simply, fast growing population results in depletion of resources. Population decline is also matter of serious concern. It indicates that resources that had supported the population earlier are now insufficient to maintain the population. The deadly HIV/AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, बीमारी है, epidemics है in Africa and some parts of the Commonwealth of the independent states CIS and Asia have pushed up death rates and reduced average life expectancy. This has slowed down population growth. इसके अलावा एक नई बीमारी इस समय आई हुई है, कोरोना. कोरोना की वजह से भी बहुत सारी जानें जा रही हैं, क्योंकि बोला जाता है, देयर was a professor called Professor Robert Malthus. He was a priest in a church. He asked people to control population size themselves by their own wish, otherwise nature will nullify the effect of it. And what is the going on? I think the nature is balancing itself. Corona is the outcome due to the misuse of resources, and misuse of resources has led the environment to put pressure through different type of diseases, flood, drought, etc. to control over the population. Population growth rate. The annual population growth rate in India is 1.64. Some developed countries will take 318 years to double their population, whereas some countries still do not show symptom of doubling their population. कुछ देश में जहां नेगेटिव ग्रोथ है वहां डबलिंग होने का कोई सवाल ही नहीं है. कुछ एक देश है जहां 318 साल लगेगा, लेकिन भारत बहुत जल्दी 2025 तक चीन को पीछे छोड़ देगा. So you can imagine how much population is increasing. The last topic I am going to discuss today is the demographic transition. Demographic transition theory can be used to describe and predict the future population of an area. The theory tells us the population of any region changes from high birth to high death to low birth and low death as society progresses from rural agrarian to illiterate to urban industrial and literate society. डेमोग्राफिक ट्रांजिशन के 3 साइकिल होते हैं, 3 स्टेज होते हैं. तीनों स्टेज के बारे में बताते हैं. द फर्स्ट स्टेज हैज हाई फर्टिलिटी एंड हाई मोर्टेलिटी. जन्म और मृत्यु दर दोनों ज्यादा था, बिकॉज पीपुल रिप्रोड्यूस मोर एंड मोर टू कॉम्पनसेट फॉर द डेथ्स ड्यू टू द एपिडेमिक्स एंड वेरिएबल फूड सप्लाई. बच्चे अधिक होंगे तो बचेंगे, कुछ मरेंगे, इसके वजह के डर के मारे लोग ज्यादा से ज्यादा बच्चों को जन्म देते थे. द पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ इज स्लो. फिर भी ग्रोथ क्या था, स्लो था. एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपुल आर इंगेज्ड इन एग्रीकल्चर वेयर लार्ज फैमिलीज आर एन एसेट. और उस समय माना जाता था जिसके परिवार बड़ा है वो बहुत ही धनी लोग हैं. लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी वाज लो. पीपुल आर मोस्टली इलिटरेट एंड हैव लो लेवल ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी. 200 years ago all the countries of the world were in this stage. 200 साल पहले लगभग विश्व के हर एक देश में यही स्थिति थी. सेकेंड, फर्टिलिटी रिमेन्स हाई इन द बिगिनिंग ऑफ द सेकेंड स्टेज. सेकेंड स्टेज के बिगिनिंग में फर्टिलिटी माने जन्म दर तो उतनी ही रही, बट डिक्लाइन इन डेथ रेट कम हो गया. दिस इज accompanied by reduced mortality rate. It is because improvement in sanitation and healthcare facility. Decline in mortality is there. So birth rate high रह गया और death rate कम हो गया. तो गैप जो रहा birth rate और death rate में बढ़ गया, और यही जो birth rate और death rate में गैप बढ़ा, इसी की वजह से growth rate तेजी से हुआ. In third stage, both fertility and mortality decline considerably. खास करके डेवलप्ड नेशन में बर्थ रेट भी कम हो गया, डेथ रेट भी कम हो गया. द पॉपुलेशन इज ईदर स्टेबल और ग्रो स्लोली. या तो पॉपुलेशन बढ़ना ही रुक गया है या बढ़ भी रहा है तो बहुत धीरे से. द पॉपुलेशन बिकम्स अर्बनाइज्ड. literate, and high technical know-how, and deliberately controls the family size. This shows that population beings are extremely flexible and are able to adjust their fertility. So I suggest you once again, demographic transition is important for this year. Please prepare it well, because this year in board question, certainly I think this question will be asked. Demographic transition, what is demographic transition cycle, and explain the three stages of it with example. अगर पहले स्टेज के एग्जाम्पल देना हो तो किसका देंगे? बांग्लादेश रेन फॉरेस्ट ट्राइब्स, दूसरे में पेरू, श्रीलंका, और लास्ट वाले में जापान, कनाडा, यूएसए, ये सब कंट्रीज हैं। और लास्ट में है पॉपुलेशन कंट्रोल मेजर्स, पॉपुलेशन को कैसे कंट्रोल किया जाए। फैमिली प्लानिंग इज द स्पेसिंग और प्रिवेंटिंग द बर्थ ऑफ चिल्ड्रेन। एक्सेस ऑफ फैमिली प्लानिंग सर्विसेज इज सिग्निफिकेंट फैक्टर इन लिमिटिंग पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ। प्रोपेगेंडा, free availability of contraceptive services, and tax disincentives for large families are some of the measures. क्या किया जा सकता है? लोगों को अवेयर किया जा सकता है कि परिवार छोटा रखिए, परिवार छोटा रखने के लिए फैमिली प्लानिंग मेजर्स, कॉन्डोम्स का यूज करिए, प्रॉपर्टी यूज लगाइए। इसके अलावा कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव सर्विसेज है, पिल्स हैं, उसको खाने से महिलाओं को गर्भधारण नहीं होता। इसके अलावा और भी करना पड़ेगा काम, टैक्स डिसइंटेंसिव, जो लोगों के ज्यादा बच्चे होंगे उनको ज्यादा टैक्स देना होगा, तब लोग भी परिवार को छोटा रखने की कोशिश करेंगे। आर द मेजर्स एंड व्हाट quotation I have made by the Robert Malthus given at last. Thomas Malthus in the his theory 1793 stated that the number of people would increase faster than the food supply. It is right. अगर आदमी बढ़ता है 1 2 4 1 2 4 8 16 32, रिसोर्स बढ़ता है 1 2 3 4 5 6, any further increase would result in population crash caused by famine, disease and war. उन्होंने कहा अगर आबादी बहुत तेजी से बढ़ेगी तो आज देखो पूरे वर्ल्ड में वही स्थिति है, हर जगह सब कोई कब्जा करना चाहता है रिसोर्सेज पे, फेमाइंस आ रही हैं, डिजीजेस आ रहे हैं, वार हो रहा है। द प्रिवेंटिव चेक्स आर बेटर देन फिजिकल चेक। उन्होंने कहा कि प्रिवेंटिव चेक अपने आप ही जनसंख्या को कंट्रोल कर लेना ज्यादा बेटर है, नहीं तो नेचर फिजिकली चेक करेगी और अपने आप यूनिफाई करेगी ग्रोथ ऑफ पॉपुलेशन को। फॉर सस्टेनेबिलिटी ऑफ आवर रिसोर्सेज the world will have to control the rapid population increase. So it is our moral duty to aware people to control their family size. It's all from this lesson. I hope you have enjoyed. Thank you. Have a nice day.